Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Adam. Welcome to today's live video. If you're coming in for the first time, there's some freebies in the description box below. And if you wait to the end, there's a free book as well you can click on and head over to the website. Yesterday was a bit of an emotional day because I had to actually go into where I work. I work at a cinema. My local cinema, which has been there since the 20s. I think it was built in the late 20s, early 30s, and it's been a cinema there ever since it was opened. And different companies have taken it over. I think it was a Rank cinema when it first opened, and then Odeon bought it and had it up until 2004, I think, and then Empire took over, I think in 2006 or something like that, and they've been operating it since. And so it's a very old building, you know, a lot of history there, got some original features from when it was first, you know, made, and I mean, even some of the seats, the original from the 80s, I think, but you know, 2 days ago, because of everything that's happening in the world, it closed its doors. Obviously, the government had said, like, okay, public gathering, social distancing, you know, we had to shut, you know, and it was like, we didn't really want to, but we had to, obviously. So obviously, all the staff who work for Empire have either been let go or have been sort of, you're on holiday, guys, for however long this thing is, and you'll get paid your contracted hours. So, and obviously in the UK we're lucky. Like, I suppose, comparing to other areas of the world, the government have said, like, we'll financially support you guys while you're off, you know, which is great. So I know that the bills will be paid and that's fine, okay, until this all thing, you know, blows over and that, and we can head back to the Winchester again. So yeah, it's we were all quite sad yesterday. Like, we had to go, obviously, go in to sort of clean everything. You know, we had to de-virus the whole place. Like, we were given this special pink liquid, and it was like everything's got to be blasted. Like, any food or perishable stuff that's going to be going out up until sort of August has got to go. Like, we got to waste it because it ain't going to get used. We're going to reopen most likely in September. We're in March still, man. September, April, May, June, July, August. September's 6 months away, and they think they're going to be openings in 6 months' time. Man, that's a long time. Especially if you, like, you know, anything else. You know, it's like I don't know. So yeah, we had to basically sanitize the whole place, and I mean, the pick and mix, guys. There was like 81,000 kilograms of 81,000 grams of pick and mix there to be binned. Oh my gosh! I think I worked. Ooh, it's got no sugar in it. I think I worked it out till there was about £300 worth, that, you know, of actual money that they'd be throwing away, and about 5 to 6 grand's, 2 grand's worth of actual profit, like, you know, the actual money that they'd be throwing down the tube there. But obviously, it's got to go, man. When we reopen, we've got to be a viral-free, you know, company. We've got to be in the building. No chance of walking in and, oh gosh, we've missed a bit. There's a bit there in the corner, a bit of virus there that has been festering since we closed. Because obviously, you know, when this whole thing kicked off in sort of early February, I think most people by then, and some people had already had it and gotten over it and didn't even know, because we as a nation didn't really know in like till January, I think, is when the first sort of, oh, like, something's happening over in China. You know, and you know, it could spread to the rest of the world. Who knows? Watch this space. But it didn't happen until like mid-Feb that it actually hit the UK. So I reckon by January, some people had it, or even early February, most likely. I seriously believe mid-February that I might have had it, because I had the flu. Well, not the flu actually. It wasn't as serious as that, but I had proper bad symptoms of like flu-like. Probably man flu it was, to be honest. I mean, you check my videos when I'm like that. I'm like the Walking Dead. I am in one of my videos. It really was in a bad way. So yeah, and I think in the future there's going to be a test to see if you've even had it in the past, you know, or if you've got it now. Which that'd be cool, interesting to see if I have had it, confirm my suspicions, you know. So yeah, not going back into work now until, well, whenever. It's a question mark, isn't it? So, I mean, there's a lot of options I can do, you know. I mean, supermarkets are going crazy with, like, job offers, you know. Come work here, come work here, come work here. And it's like, to be honest, guys, I don't really fancy working in a location where the population are gathering, you know. You're more susceptible to getting it then. It's like, what that point? No wonder they're offering jobs out, because nobody wants to work at the supermarket, probably. You know, with everything that's going on, they're probably like, yeah, I want to stay away from the supermarket, to be honest. I mean, I think going to the supermarket, it's got to be short durations, and like doing the self-service checkout, mate. Doing self-service checkout and give it a wipe down first, you know. But really timing it right for, you know, if there is a 24, I don't think they're doing 24 hours open anymore, but timing it to where there's the least amount of people there, I think is important, you know, because I was watching a thing Brian May from Queen was saying, and it was like, this virus, guys, does not care how old you are or who you are, you know. It wants to live. It needs to breed to live. And it needs to jump from person to person in order to do that. So it doesn't really care how old you are. You'll get it regardless. It'll, you know, hit you, infect you. You'll be a carrier, and then you'll pass it on to somebody else that you come in contact with. You know, he said the only way we're actually going to completely beat this, because it does spread quite fast, is to completely quarantine ourselves off. And once we do that, then it completely, you know, the old match burning, and then they remove one match in a line and it stops burning. That's exactly right. That's exactly what's needed. So I'm glad that the restaurants and the pubs and everything now are the last remnants. I mean, the supermarket's still a meeting place, social gathering. I think they should just do home deliveries, to be honest, and hire drivers and just do home deliveries, because that would be a lot better than people going to the supermarket, and they're just going to be contagion centers, aren't they, really? So unless you've had it and you're then immune to it, I don't know, but if it evolves, if it changes and mutates or whatever, then it ain't going to care if you've had it or not, you know. You get it again. So yeah, basically it was very sad yesterday. You know, when I left yesterday, the cinema, I knew I wouldn't be going back there for however long this thing's gonna go for. So it was really quite sad, you know. On the upside, I'm all right for films, you know. I mean, yeah, they were. I even joked to me managers. I said, guys, because we've only got 2K projectors at the cinema, we haven't got 4K projectors, and I was like, hey guys, here's an opportunity, you know. It's like in a time when it's just problems, if you see opportunities rather than problems, you know. So like, oh, we're closing down, it's all going to hell. No. There's no one going to be at the cinema, right? We've only got 2K projectors. Let's heist the projectors from the cinema whilst it's closed, right? And then when they come back, they'll realize they've been stolen. The insurance job, right? They'll claim the insurance, and then they can buy 4K projectors when we reopen, and we'll be at an even better cinema when we reopen, guys. Obviously, you know, that ain't gonna happen. So, and if it does, man, I'll be like, whoa, I think I told the wrong people that, to be honest. But it ain't gonna be me that does it. But yeah, it's like there's so many people in that's going, losing their minds, man. The world's going to hell. It's a zombie apocalypse and all this, right? And it's like, to be honest, I think if you, rather than see it as a problem, see it as an opportunity, you know, and if something bad happens in your life, find like a positive to come out of it with, you know, rather than concentrating on the negative. Like I'm looking at this and going, okay, here is a chance, to be honest, right, for me to have a bit more time to do things that I couldn't do, you know, because of time, you know. So I've got a bit more time now, a bit more freedom to be able to concentrate on other aspects of my life. But not only that, you know, all the kids are having to stay at home, and I'm sure there's going to be their apps and there's going to be books that they're going to have to work through. There's still going to be a curriculum they have to stick to. But here's an opportunity, folks, to teach the kids something the schools don't teach them. You know, teach them about, you know, finance and economics. Teach them about, you know, how to how to make money, you know, online, as opposed to, you know, putting the squares in the colors and, you know, whatever. It's like, teach them some values in life that they're going to be able to actually put to good use. I mean, to be honest, I think, you know, how to swing a club now is going to be one of them, maybe. How to defend your home against raiders. Lesson 1, kids, how to defend your home against the intruding raiders who are trying to get your toilet roll, okay? It's going to be lessons like that, you know what I mean? It's, yeah, it's mad. It's mad. Mad times. I mean, I just can't believe this is like, it's the beginning of like The Walking Dead or something, you know? Truly is. But this is it. It's like keeping calm. Don't elevate it to the point of hysteria, and don't panic, because that's when it all does go to hell, and it will become 28 days later, you know? But I think our government, the UK, are doing a great job of communication. That's the essential thing, I feel. Communication is key with the human species. You've got to be able to communicate to one another clearly of what you mean, and they understand, you know, without getting irate and angry. It's like you just calmly communicate. And our government's doing a great job, I feel, of communicating what they're going to be doing and how they're going to be doing it. And they're not just going, oh, I don't know, guys, it's all gone to hell, I'm off to Bermuda. You know what I mean? They're actually like, you know, no, we're going to stand by our country, we're going to back them up, we're going to protect them in our time of need. You know, it's like, honestly, I feel like Boris is aiming for the Churchill job, to be honest. We'll fight the virus on the beaches, he'll be saying next, you know. I think they're doing a great job, and not just because of what they announced yesterday. I don't think that. I've always thought, to be honest, Boris would make a great prime minister, because I remember watching him back in the 90s when he was on Have I Got News for You, when he was a politician, but he wasn't like a mayor or anything like that. He was just a young'un, probably in his 20s then, I don't know. But I was like, Eddie seems a bit aloof or whatever. He seems to like to have a laugh. He reminds me of George Bush in America. But like, he's been in politics for nearly his entire life. So if anybody's qualified to know how the system works and to how to benefit the country from it, he does. Do you know what I mean? So I totally 100%, without question, trust Boris and back Boris. You know, it's like, I'm actually quite glad he's the PM. I've been waiting for this since the 90s. Since I saw him, Have I Got News for You? I'm like, dude, I want you for, you know, Prime Minister. And now he is Prime Minister, and it's like, my dreams have come true, you know? I love it. So I back him all the way, and I think he does a great job. So I think he is doing a great job, but I'll tell you, he looks knackered, doesn't he? He's like, country's going to hell, but we've got your back, guys. I mean, he looks tired. It's the weight of it is coming down. Plus, I didn't realise he's been up to the naughty business. He's having a kid as well. During the midst of all this, he's bringing in BJ, I was going to say, Boris Jr., BJ, bringing in BJ to the world. Boris Jr. to the world, you know? Man. It's crazy times, man. Crazy times. But like I said, if you find opportunities to do something positive rather than just moaning about the negative, I think you're more able to manage a situation better, rather than going, oh man, it's all going to hell, the country's going down the tube because of this, because of that, because of that, I can't cope. You know what I mean? Instead of doing that, think of opportunity for doing something positive. Like, I've seen a lot of people put on Facebook about helping thy neighbor, and rather than, there's been a lot of sort of, oh, instead of looting, there's been like people really wanting to help. I've seen like 2 kids walking around helping old people. I also have seen people trying to pretend to be somebody in order to get access to the house. But you know, it's I think we're, as a nation, we're doing all right. We're doing good for the time being. I think we'll pull through this, man. This will be okay. This ain't the end, guys. We're not in the end game yet, you know. But I'm just waiting for somebody in power to say, we've just got to let this virus run its course now, because that means we're in stage 3. And if you've been following my Facebook, you'll see a certain video which outlines stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, and I think we're approaching stage 3 any week now. So once we hear the words, we just got to let this virus run its course, or you know, we've just got to, now we've put everything in place, we now just got to see and keep it up and let this virus run out of steam. And you know, as soon as them words are said to something to that effect, then we're in stage 3, you know. So, yeah, anyway, I better go, man. This is like a novel again, isn't it? These vlogs are turning... Okay, final thing I'll say, if anybody's still watching by this point, put butter in the comments to you know, prove that somebody does watch the end. But the way I upload to YouTube, so the vlogs will continue. This is day 3 quarantine. Man, I should have put day 3, shouldn't I? I won't change the title, it's alright. So I usually upload, I upload every day now. I've changed my schedule before this whole thing outbroke to every day. I was testing the water, and now I know I can do it because of the time. So, but I'm going to go from pre-recorded next week, guys, to live streaming. So Sunday, Monday and Tuesday, there will be a pre-recorded video because, you know, I've got to make time for family and, you know, got to look after people. So that's going to be pre-recorded to give me that time to do that. And then on Wednesday, on Thursday, and Friday and Saturday, that's 4 days, guys, there's going to be a live stream. So a live stream 4 days a week, pre-recorded 3 days a week, okay? And that's just the way it is. What time the live stream will go live will just totally depend on the day. Sometimes it might be in the morning, sometimes it might be in the afternoon, sometimes it might be in the evening. It just totally depends. And if it's going to change, which it might change in the future, but I hope it doesn't, I shall update and let anybody know who actually gives a shit. So anyway, look after yourselves and each other and your neighbors, and I'll see everyone tomorrow. I love you all. And, yeah, we will win. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.